intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How you're going to finish strong throughout the season. You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
With the catch, it's ball. Pulled down for the tackle. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete on the right side. Just plowing ahead. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there in this offense.
lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are...
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the defense got it.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now sliding to his left. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. At this point in the season, you're probably at if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground. Ripping through the defense. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And they got it.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Snap it to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Phillips. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Creates a little room. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Gonna run it. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Gonna be a turnover.
Yeah, that's their second fumble on 2 possessions. My goodness, we want to come out and establish the run and get that part of the game going, but you didn't think you had to coach ball security. That's day one. That's elementary school when you're learning how to cover the points in the football. They got to do a better job taking care of the football.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down. Upstairs, he's got it. Touchdown, Gator! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks in D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback snake. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here's the Heat. Rolling right and going deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Fires left. Fires it incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The offense changing the play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Back to pass. Fakes to grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Hands it off on the counter.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Dogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Trying to run, it's Phillips. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. Headed for the corner on the jet sweep. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And these plays are so hard to stop. You're giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive gains that makes the next down more manageable, and you like getting your playmakers in space.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Motion from the wide receiver. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to run it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. Motion from the back. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Into the end zone for 6. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And they did tack on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
So now it's second and long. The run inside. It's Ball. Here's a little room there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How's that cheer going?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. This is a kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Send the tight end in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Phillips. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Third and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. And the Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. There's some room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. This time he wants to throw. Got the back over the middle. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Dogs! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Now on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Taylor. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got him. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Nice move to keep running. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with the Troy Trojans taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Trojans with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
Here now, some other games.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. This time he wants to throw. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The quick out. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Motion from the wideout. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. Like, this is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today has been absolutely outstanding.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get...
Makes the grab and root. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the 2nd half. You're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
Yeah, they've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier, had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rivalry.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Phillips. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Phillips. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Tight end now in motion. Handoff for Ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Pryor. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Defense in press coverage. Right on the money. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he rushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. At the 35, he's loose. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And how about the third down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football.
Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldog. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Running right, it's Ball.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Here's a give the ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Wilson open on the right side. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep it.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Pulls it in, it's Phillips. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Georgia going up tempo.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Gets the back moving. Shakes off the defender. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Gets away from one, finds room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just
breaks away in the middle. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Fires to the big fella. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And the Dogs in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Across the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Wants to go right back downfield. He's got him in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And you got to find a matchup. Like, what is the matchup out wide that you can go with? 4 verts, I get it, but they're playing deep. They're understanding that they got a lead. They can play with a cushion. We just need a guy to win a one-on-one battle. Who is our guy that we can pick to make a play down the field?
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it on the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Sends it back in motion. He'll set up to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll move the tight end. Handoff ball running left. Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Gators. That's his third score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. The extra point is blocked.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Hits the crease. The 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. Got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's looking to throw. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the fourth. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Here's Jaden one more time.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
I think in this situation,
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
in Man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The